Alright, I hope you guys are having a good day. I was watching the AFC Championship game, and I had a couple things there's a couple plays that just caught my attention. If you look over here on my first screenshot, I have a green check mark. This is Dee Ford, 2 plays before the offsides penalty. As you see, he is standing upright, and he is in a good position at the line of scrimmage. Nothing. He's not, too far back, and he's, not in front. He's at a good position. If you do look, the rest of the defensive line's a lot lower and ready to attack, but nothing too bad here. Tom Brady motions Julian Edelman, and Edelman runs a deep crossing route, gains a first down, 10 yards. But this formation here by the Chiefs, we're going to see this formation a lot in this 2-minute drive by the Patriots. Number 35, I have no idea what the heck he's doing. Kendall Fuller actually does a pretty good job, considering that I think he was supposed to be in man with the guy who I have highlighted in purple. Instead, when Edelman motions out, the responsibility now goes to Fuller. I don't think number 35 realizes that, and he has no idea what he's doing. He just kind of stands here and doesn't really pick anybody up, which means that Fuller's now going to be late to Edelman's crossing route. Edelman beats him on the crossing route. First down, Patriots. Again, Tony Romo predicted this play, probably what got Bob Sutton fired. All right, now let's go to the next play. This play is a little suspicious to me. Okay, so we're kind of in the same formation that we were just in, but if you look at Dee Ford, he's really far back. I mean, he's like suspiciously far back, and this is one play before the offsides penalty. I'm not quite too sure why he's that far back. I mean, if you look at it, he's about a good yard, maybe a yard and a half back from where he should be and from where everybody else is. The Chiefs are in man coverage right here. It looks like the linebackers drop into a zone. There's the time remaining is 1:33. This is pretty crucial. So let's go to the next screenshot. And this defensive play didn't make any sense to me. I don't think Bob Sutton doesn't have any idea what he's doing, and I can prove it to you right here, because when Dee Ford goes to rush, he doesn't go outside. If you can look, we have no outside pressure on Tom Brady. The only pressure is Chris Jones, and if you look, Brady has 12 feet of room. 12 feet. He has a 12-foot pocket with no outside pressure. Instead, all of our pass rush goes inside. Dee Ford doesn't go outside. Instead, he goes inside, and then he goes to the left and just kind of stands behind Justin Houston. Why is Dee Ford here and not rushing the passer? Instead, we have the Patriots double teaming 2 defensive linemen. Dee Ford just standing there. Tom Brady has 12 feet of pocket, 1:30 left in the game. Gronk is wide open. They have a halfback wide open. And if you see that X, that's where Dee Ford was at the beginning of the play. Again, he's about a yard, maybe a yard and a half behind his other defensive linemen. And Brady throws to number 15, Chris Hogan, for a first down. Again, I'm not quite too sure what Dee Ford was doing on this play. So now let's go to the next play, probably the most heartbreaking play in Kansas City history. So we're in the same formation as the last play, or maybe even the last 2 plays. It looks like to me our linebackers drop into zone. We're in cover 2. Sorensen drops back. So does Eric Berry on the left side. Our corners are in man, but if you watch the play, our corners are in man for 5 yards, and then they just let them go. They're in man for 5 yards, and then they drop in the zone, which is actually why number 35 over here, the cornerback on the right side, got the pick, because he was in man with Edelman for 5 yards and then just kind of let him go and sat in his zone. what Tom Brady really should have done is he should have threw it on the left side to this receiver over on the left side of the hash by the AFC Championship logo on the field, because there is nobody here. I mean, there is nobody. I put a green circle right there where Brady should have put the football, because Sorensen dropped back way too deep. The corner just let him go, and Brady had a receiver wide open. Instead, he sees that the linebackers drop back into a zone, and, well, he just dumps the football off to Gronk like he's done a million times. Instead, it's just, and this time it was a bad pass. It got, jumped, the ball flew up in the air, and Gronk couldn't come down with it, and the Chiefs picked it off. But let's go back to Dee Ford now. What in the world? I don't understand this, because we were just in the same formation the last two plays. Why in the last two plays are you standing upright and about a yard and a half behind everybody else? But then on this play, Dee Ford decides to get in a 3-point stance, not an upright stance. If Dee Ford was upright, he wouldn't have been offsides. Think about that. If Dee Ford was upright, just at least upright, like how he was in the last two plays, no offsides, pick, Kansas City goes to Super Bowl. But why this play? As you see, I have a big question mark in a Lego. I don't understand why all of a sudden, because we're in the same formation, albeit it is a terrible formation and a terrible defensive call. Patriots have 3 receivers open, but I just don't understand it. All right, now here's my last one. It's just a first down conversion by the Patriots. I want to take a look at this here. It looks like we have 2 linebackers, which I don't even know what the heck they're doing. Kendall Fuller, I don't know what he's doing. He looks like he's playing a zone. The linebackers look like they're playing a zone, which is funny, because let's look at I'm going to go to the next screenshot here. But Hogan runs a corner. Edelman runs an in. Gronk runs an in. The fullback runs a flare. And the running back runs an out. But if you see here, I don't know where any of the linebackers went. All 3 of the Patriots receivers are wide open. The only one covered is the white running back by the linebacker. And Brady had 3 targets wide open. He ends up throwing the corner to Hogan, who is also wide open. And we have 3 to 4 to actually 5 Chiefs defensive players nowhere near him. Very interesting, and this is probably what got Bob Sutton fired. This would be very easy to pick apart. Thank you.